to Real Practice Today, Commentary and Viewpoints. I'm Dr. Ali Stroeger, President of Consulting with Vision, and we're here today at Optometry's meeting in Washington, D.C. With us is Mary Dunn, Chair-elect for the Parametric Optometric section of the American Optometric Association. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you for having me.
I guess, can you kind of fill us in on what Paraoptometric certification is? I know in most offices, staff members kind of just train each other, and sometimes it ends up like a game of telephone where the last person just doesn't get the training that you may want them to have. How is that different from what the AOA offers with the Paraoptometric certification?
Well, the certification is a nationally accredited program run by the Commission on Paraoptometric Certification, and it recognizes individuals for their advanced knowledge, competence, and skills. They set up the examinations, the paraoptometrics take those, and depending on what level, they will earn the certification. Okay.
Do people get scared when they take those certifications?
Absolutely. Anytime, just like any other test or examination, it is a board-certified test, so there's a lot of preparation, a lot of education that goes into it, and along with that goes the butterflies.
Got it. Okay. And obviously, in order for an office to be a great office, it needs great staff. And the key to great staff is great training. How do you feel a highly educated and well-trained staff can benefit a practice?
When you have a well-trained staff, they can educate the patients. Anything from their new eyewear to diabetes. And that's where this program comes into effect, because we span the whole practice.
Right.
And I think the patients feel more comfortable with someone who is certified working with them.
Sure. Now, are there separate certifications for each of the different types?
It's based on a ladder program. The first is the basic level, which is the CPO, Certified Paraoptometric, and then the CPOA is the assistant, and the T is for the tech. And when you get to the tech level, you not only take the written exam, but you also have to take a practical exam, just like you would in nursing school.
And what's the first step towards certification? How does someone get started?
Okay, the best way is to visit the website, www.aoa.org, or you can call AOA directly, which is 1-800-365-2219.
Okay.
And if you go on the website, you go right under Paraoptometrics, and there are links to help you get through the process. And that's the best way to get started. The Paraoptometric section has actually created a lot of education tools to get everyone started in the process.
Yeah, and I know there's also articles on the website for Paraoptometrics, and
we have developed so many tools. I think that is one of optometry's best kept secret, is the Paraoptometric section.
I agree with you. You know, I just found it myself not too long ago, and I've been in practice for a long time. That's why I wanted you here today, because I think that you're absolutely right. It has been a secret.
I don't think that optometrists realize how much the section has to offer. Not only do we have the education materials, if you're starting out at the basic level, we have the CPO guidebook along with flashcards. If you're going for the A or the T, we have the self-study guide along with the self-assessment examination. We have Optometry's meeting, which has the 50 hours worth of courses. The other programs that we have set up...
There's 50 hours worth of courses here for Paraoptometrics?
More than 50
really?
hours.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
We have the online education, CE articles.
How involved, I know that the doctors, speaking from a doctor's viewpoint, we get so busy with the stuff we do. How involved does the doctor have to get when you have someone on your staff who says, they'd like to become certified? What does the doctor do?
That's the beauty of this program.
You mean I don't have to do anything?
The doctors don't need to take their time. And I think that's what happened. Was the section did a survey of doctors. And one of their major concerns was they don't have time to train their staff. So we set out several years ago to give them the tools to train their staff. Now, on top of the ones that I mentioned, we also have education modules, which you can buy individually on topics or as a library. We have a new exciting
Now, if a doctor
program.
buys the modules, can they use it for several people in their office?
Correct.
Or is it an individual? In other words, do they have to purchase it individually for
No.
each person, or is it
No.
for the practice?
If a doctor would like to purchase it for the practice, he certainly is able to. And again, you can do it on individual subjects or as a library.
Yeah. Well, that's great. You know, I'm so glad to get this type of information. It's just unbelievably useful for our practices
Absolutely.
to have.
One of our new programs is the Opt-N program, which is the online.
What is that again?
Opt-N, OPT-N. It's the online Paraoptometric Training Navigator. And it's a web-based education program for paraoptometrics, where you can, it usually runs about 20 minutes. You can set your staff in front of the web. They can do it on lunch, at their own time, certain times during
But does
the
it have
day.
sound? Is it all visual, or does it
No,
have
it
sound?
also
as
has
well?
sound. It takes you through an entire program in the 20 minutes. Right now we're on the basic level, but we intend to go on to the advanced.
Well, I guess after hearing you talk about all of these wonderful programs, my big regret is that I haven't gotten my staff involved sooner into these programs. And so, from your standpoint, you know, how should you get your staff involved? You know, what should you do?
Okay, I'm glad you asked me that, because if I had the chance, I would go to every optometrist and say, you need to look at what we have to offer. And the best way to get your staff involved is for you to lead by example. You need to get involved in the excitement of paraoptometry. You know, if they see you on board for certification and membership, then they jump on board also. And I think when someone becomes certified, they feel a real responsibility to the practice. And you've actually raised the bar for your staff to become involved in your practice. And the rewards for the optometrist are tenfold.
Well, it certainly sounds that way, and I'm so glad you were here to talk to us and to tell us about these great programs.
Thank you for having me. I love
on.
talking about paraoptometry.
Well, that's going to do it for today. You can visit us at consultingwithvision.com, where you can click on our podcast icon. You can send us an email or subscribe for some of our future podcasts. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.